That just came out of nowhere. So from the intro, you got an idea of what we're going to be talking about today. Been wanting a solo seat for the old fat boy here. And we're going to give her a new look, a new feel, hopefully something that's comfortable that I can use as a daily riding seat. Right now, we got the 2-up on here that really comfortable. It's kind of butt ugly, but you know, when you go for a 250, 300 mile ride, it's a great seat. So I don't know if I'm going to get that out of this. Oh, what is this? It's a Saddlemen Dominator Solo. And this one is for the early model Fat Boys, 2000, 2005 or 6, somewhere around there. But some of the cool features that it's got that they kind of try to sell you on. First off, I don't know if you can see this. It's like carbon fiber kind of stitching, which is really kind of nice looking. But underneath that is their gel technology pads, and just pushing down on it, pretty comfy. Now I understand it's going to take 1,500 miles worth of riding to really get broke in. And so after 1,500 miles, I'll also give a review of how we're doing after that amount of time. But for right now, we're just going to talk about some of the features, go for a little ride, give you my first impressions. So again, it's got the gel, which is good. I really like the carbon fiber look. Oh yeah, we've already talked about that. You see this little notch right here in the middle? I don't know if you can see from the picture or not, probably not, but it's dented in right up in the center. Well, so their idea is that's your tailbone region for one, and that gives you relief there because you can see it when you set. That's a slightly lower place than where your fat ass butt sets. So the other thing is it's supposed to keep you cooler. Now, not because of the gel, but because of this channel that again runs under here. As you're riding, air is supposed to be able to kind of flow under, kind of keep you a little more comfortable, cooler, so they say. And again, we're just going to have to take their word for it until I put it on the bike and we try it out. Where's the instructions at? Oh, wait a minute, here's the instructions. Yeah, we're not going to look at those. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it on, take this one off first, put it on, and you can see it uses the side bolts on the soft tail. And then we'll get on her, see how it rides, feels, and then we'll go ahead and go for a little ride on it. So be right back. No, I'm not going right back. You can just watch. Here we go. Yeah. Tell you, first impressions, I feel really locked in. It's not as wide, so I don't have quite as much support under the legs or thigh area, but I really like the lower back support. So what we're going to do is gear up, take this thing for a little 20, 30 mile ride, and just get you some more first impressions. Bob back in just a flash. Go around some cul-de-sacs, do some corners. Want to just see how it feels that way. Right now I've ridden for half a mile, and first thing I do notice is I'm farther forward. Which isn't a bad thing, but I can definitely tell because of the thickness of the lumbar support in the back, I'm about an inch closer. I check in my mirrors. It didn't look like it changed my height much.
Even though I was saying the seat was about an inch taller, like I'm sitting in a chair that actually has a little bit of support. So that's a good thing. It's a bit more like sitting in a small stool, if I had to liken it to anything, which isn't bad. So when I'm going through these corners and these different tight turns, it actually makes the bike feel easier to turn. Does that make sense? I think it does a little bit because my legs are in closer. They're not spread out so wide. Feels like you're able to lean a little bit more. Definitely makes the bike feel a little more nimble. Never heard anybody say that about a seat. Making a change like that. Yeah, it definitely helps with the lean. So you can say you heard it first from What's Up Bob. So after riding 10 minutes, I'd have to say winner, winner, chicken dinner, because this seat really is feeling pretty comfortable. There you go. From this angle, it doesn't look as thick. So one thing that Chopper Fett and I were discussing this morning was possibly, let's go ahead and do a fender bib back here on the back. Because I think what it would help to do is to kind of blend this into this thicker part, even though it'd only be about a ½ inch thick, and give it a more slender kind of look to the seat. And a lot of the old bikes had fender bibs on them as well.
That's nice.
And in a pinch, that's where my wife could ride if she wanted to without me changing out the seats. As you can see on the bolts, let's go to the other side. The bolts, if you're out and around, you need to be carrying a wrench with you, because if your battery ever goes down, that's the only way you're going to get this seat off. So y'all just be aware of that. There's the other one. The other thing it's got on it is this thing that looks like a little lip, like it's kind of smiling at you. But what we could do with that, if we ever wanted to, was to put the backrest option in. Whatever you want to do. So let's go ahead and get back on the bike. Hit the road for a while. So that's our show for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned a little bit about the Saddlemen Dominator Solo. I'll give you an additional update here in about 1,470 miles, give or take. Let you know what that 1,500 mile feel is after she's broken in good. If you like what you saw, including the cheesy intro, feel free to leave a comment below, yay or nay. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And click the notification bell if you want to get notified. So until next time, this is What's Up Bob. Y'all have a good one. See ya.